Hello Leos. This is Ashley. We are going to be doing your reading today for the week of August 8th, specifically the 8/8 Lionsgate portal, which also happens to fall on the same day as the new moon in Leo. I recommend that you check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, for any additional messages that you might find helpful for this specific portal. Those energies actually begin today as I'm filming, which is the 28th of July, and goes through to mid-August. Now, in July we had a full moon in Aquarius, and we have another full moon in Aquarius on the 22nd of August. And so really, as the lunar cycle is shifting, what with the two full moons in Aquarius, we're shifting into a new lunar cycle. And I really feel like this particular portal for the 8/8 Lionsgate encompasses the whole thing. So there's going to be a lot going on between the 23rd of July and the 22nd of August. So we're looking at current energies, the potentials energies for this portal for you, and then we're going to do this last row as any guidance coming in from your guides on what you should be focusing on at this time. We'll do a 9-card spread, we'll clarify, and then we'll get a couple messages of advice at the end. Now I will be doing a new moon in Leo collective message, just to see if there's any other things that want to come through. So I'll be posting that as well. So I'll get all these laid out and then we'll go through them. Right. Okay, so for your first row here, we have the Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So this is current energy. You may be trying to release a relationship here. Could be with a Pisces or an Aquarius, or a Gemini. So big energies here: Hanged Man, the Lovers, and the Star, all three major arcana. You're definitely coming out of a cycle that you may have felt stuck in for some time. And I do feel like you've had some big decisions that you've been faced with, that are ultimately leading you to, you know, your destined path. But I do feel like there's been a bit of resistance there. It's felt a bit unstable. Groundhog Spirit number is 31, so that reduces to a 4. And so there's definitely like this energy of the 4 of Pentacles, like holding on to something for dear life, not wanting to let it go. And really what this 8/8 Lionsgate ends up doing, it's essentially a portal that opens up as the Sun in Leo aligns with the star Sirius. It's often referred to as the spiritual sun. And so a lot of downloads will come through, clarity, you know, inspirational ideas, you know, all kinds of different things. But it requires us to shift from where we've been, right? Because we can't do anything new if we're still doing what we were doing before. So let's get some clarifiers on this row for current energies. What's this Hanged Man? Oh, and we have the Three of Swords. So we've been sitting in heartbreak. With the Lovers, we have the Fool. And with the Star here, we have Temperance. So whenever I see the Lovers and Temperance come out together, this could be a twin flame relationship that you're dealing with. But I think it's required a lot of, well, it's included a lot of pain. But I think also there's a lot of shifts happening between the two of you that are being integrated into your own system. So if you are dealing with a mirror soul or a twin flame, you know, we look, if that's something that you believe in, we look at that as sort of like mirror energies from, you know, being projected onto the other person. So their behavior is essentially what's going on within us. And so kind of integrating some of those lessons that are being learned there, but it looks like you're attempting to let go of this because it's caused a lot of pain. But I want to see why we have the Fool here. Ace of Wands. So you're either looking for a fresh start with this particular person, or you're wanting to move forward to something that sparks passion, sparks excitement in you. And what with the Three of Swords here, you've been sitting in this heartache, and I think you're ready to just release it. You've had some shifts in your own perspective, potentially about who this person is, perhaps some unmasking that's happened. Let me get a couple more here. So we have the Emperor here with Temperance and the Star. So many majors. That's crazy. And yeah, so you're wanting to wrap up and end this cycle of heartbreak. Okay, so and really kind of gain more of a sense of control of where you're headed. I do feel like you're kind of in this phase of like bossing up, right? You're taking responsibility for the dynamic and your experience of that dynamic. Let's look here at the center row. This is the potential position as a result of the portal. And we have Blessed in reverse. So again, that's a number 22, reduces to a 4. It's also a master number. And what it's meaning in reverse is a need for complete surrender in order to receive a blessing. And so this letting go, you letting go, whether it's letting go of a person or letting go of the attachment of being so, you know, held on to it, is what's going to actually bring in the blessing. And it looks like with the Two of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles here, we've had a lot of indecision and sleepless nights, a lot of stress, feelings of rejection, and just overall intensely negative energy that's been happening as a result of this situation with this person. Yeah. But I think that what you're being asked to do is let go of and process through the pain that you've been experiencing. I'm getting a big feeling about, it's not that you don't care anymore, it's not that you don't love this person, it's that you're not attached to the outcome. And that can be a really difficult place to get to, specifically if this is a twin flame situation. So on the Two of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups. On the Nine of Swords, we have the King of Swords. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Aries, fixed signs. So that's Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus. And with this Five of Pentacles, we have the Devil. So yeah, there's been a ton of toxic experience with this energy here. But I do feel like you're gaining clarity, and that's somehow teaching you something about your own worth. Like you're it looks here like you're letting go of that toxic kind of bound connection here. And as soon as you decide to look at it and see it for what it is, rather than what you want it to be, the blessing comes in, right? Let me get a little bit more on this Nine of Swords. So at the center of the reading here, we have the Nine of Swords and the King of Swords. And that's a lot of mental activity. Just had the Magician pop out. I'll go ahead and take that. So I think you're just trying to decide what you want. And I think that when I see the Blessed card come out, this isn't something that we've earned necessarily. It's like grace comes in for, whether you've been praying for it or not, right? It's coming in, it's a blessing. So it's being handed to you by the universe. But it can only come in and give you something if you've let go of this situation. So let's look here at this last row. We have the Eternal Child in reverse. Inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So when that's coming through as the message from your guides on what to focus on, and it being the child, to me that's talking about like inner child work that could be helpful. We have the Nine of Wands, the Strength, and the Two of Wands. And the Strength here popping out is, it's like, especially since, we're talking about the 8-8 Lionsgate, and look at her face. So the Strength card is Leo energy. It's finding that courage to look at how your inner child might be attempting to recreate scenarios from your past, something that you might have experienced in childhood that you were told was love, right? And so that inner child will recreate that situation so that it feels secure, even if that scenario isn't healthy or happy. And so with this showing up on what to focus on, I think you're being pointed to really look into what it was like in your childhood, what love looked like, what was the masculine like, what was the feminine like for you, and really see that you can stand on your own and provide that for yourself. Especially if we're talking about a twin flame situation here, that journey alone requires that you come into a holistic place within yourself before a reunion can happen. Now, if you're not dealing with twin flame, I think any soulmate that we experience is still mirroring to us what we need to look at, right? And so if that experience is really positive, it's because we've done our inner work. So let's get some clarifiers here. 9 of Wands with the 8 of Cups. The Strength card with the 5 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands gets the 2 of Cups. So some decisions here about what you want moving forward when it comes to love. And really having the inner courage to stand up to conflict. Let's look at, having some conflicted feelings about love, wanting a new start. We have 2 aces here in the same row. So it's like you want a new beginning. We have the Fool. We're clear on what we don't want, right? And we want to manifest what we do. But, there could be a bit of competition happening here. You might find that what you want and what your inner child are looking for are 2 different things. And so this row is asking you to kind of reconcile that difference. And the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Cups gets the 10 of Wands. So for that, I really feel like you're trying to get out of this state of being overly responsible for something unfairly, but also, like, it's been a pretty exhausting journey, this particular scenario. It's been exhausting. I think you've taken on a lot more responsibility that's even yours. And in a lot of ways, that's a positive, because if we assume responsibility for everything, sort of like I was saying here with the Emperor, we're taking responsibility for the dynamic, but it can be really difficult to see how we've contributed to our own discontent. However, on the other side of that, is this new beginning and balance when it comes to relationships. So, Leo, with this happening in your sign, I'm not really surprised to see that there's some intense challenges here. I feel like that's probably how it's going to be for a lot of the signs that want to tap into the energy that is available through this portal. I mean, it's a leveling up, and so you can always decide not to. However, there are big benefits to, your own ascension journey and your own sovereignty to do so. So let's get a few cards of advice here. I hope this was helpful. If so, please hit the like and subscribe. I'd love you to join the community here. And like I said, I will be doing a new moon in Leo collective video to see what other energies might be coming through for that particular new moon. This might assist you with setting some new moon intentions, doing some inner child exploration, and kind of seeing what it is that your inner child is looking for when it comes to stability. All right, let's see. Signs. Your past loved ones are never far from you. Notice the signs they send you. So I do feel like you're being guided. I almost feel like saying you're being a bit harassed to pay attention. So keep an eye out for any signs. Friends. Spend more time with your friends. Share your thoughts with someone who understands you. We definitely have to remember to play. It is Leo season. Leo thrives on play, inner child is Leo energy. And clearing. Remove energy blockages by clearing out unwanted emotional or material clutter. Looks good. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Go ahead and check out your other placements to see what other energies might be coming up for you, and I will see you next time. Bye.